The High Court gave an order stopping them from proceeding with impeachment. Likewise, also stopping the Chief Justice from taking action on the impeachment. But fresh facts have emerged. The facts are that the purpose of the impeachment was because Fubara refused to give them 1 billion naira each. The member representing the Che constituency came out openly while he was addressing his movement that they have received 350 million and SIM refused to give them the balance of the 1 billion naira each. That is a cross of the matter. The question now is, are they there to attract development to their constituency, or they are there to amass wealth? First of all, they've admitted collected 350 million naira. Let them tell the state or their constituency what they have done with the 350 billion constituency project they've collected. Every river son and daughter, every Nigerian also likely to know what have they done with the 350 billion naira before they ask 1 billion naira. The governor is trying to drive development to all the nooks and crannies. Constituency project is supposed to be part of the projects that will go to the communities, to the constituencies. And if 350 billion is already released to each one of them for the past almost 1 year, where is the project? What have they done with that money? Some of them are building big houses. Some of them are becoming chiefs. It's trying to make them chiefs. And there is no meaningful impact to say this is what they did with the 350 billion naira they've collected. Now you want the governor to give you 1 billion naira. 8 years, some of them have been there 8 years. And this is what they have been doing with the federal government. And we have not seen anything other than to bring out money to buy rice and distribute to people. Is that what you call the constituency project? Mr. Governor is very humble and patient. I think that is why they are doing whatever they are doing. He has never issued any executive order like WIKE did. If he had issued executive orders, maybe by now some of them would have been arrested. Neither has he invited the EFCC to find out what they have done with the 350 billion naira they've collected. Or if the EFCC invite them to know what they need the 1 billion naira for. If he has taken such steps, I think the idea of going for impeachment would not be there. Mr. Governor needs to wake up from his slumber. You are calling somebody a friend. Your friend is with a dagger trying to dagger you. Is with a gun trying to shoot you. You still call him a friend. That is the problem we have in the state. The governor is too kind, is too lenient, and is too peaceful. He's a Democrat. He wants to do things properly. And that is what is giving him this hatred. And that is what is giving him this jealousy. And that is why they want him. The second issue that is bothering them is that the governor is the leader of the party in the state, the APC in the state. And because of the antecedent, they are afraid if they will get a third term or second term ticket. That is the reason for the impeachment. But this impeachment trend is to negotiate for their return. But if I were the governor, I will allow them to go and contest with others. And if they win, no problem. If they did not win, I would not give them 20 tickets. They have caused more harm than good to the state. They've collected so much money for constituency projects, and they have done nothing for the constituency that they said they are developing. Therefore, let them go and face their constituency. Yes, on WIKE and them are going around the various local government for thank you. The governor should also go to the local government and ask them what the constituency project, to ask to see the constituency project. If the governor now informs the people the amount of money that's released to them for constituency project and they want to see the constituency project, the people would know whether those people are worthy to represent them or not worthy to represent them. Rivers people are not happy with them, and they should know what they are doing.
Is the impeachment on Fubara, that's the governor, effectively dead? It seems he's dead after Rivers Chief Judge Simeon Amadi refused to form seven-member investigative panel. To you, do you think the impeachment is dead as at now?
The process is not dead, but the fact remains they've appealed the judgment. It will drag to the Supreme Court. Supreme Court will tell us what to do. But the point again, what are the terms of impeachment? He said the man did not bring appropriation bill. He's spending money outside appropriation. The National Assembly took over the Assembly during the emergency rule under Section 11, Subsection 4 of the 1999 Constitution as amended. And that section empowered the National Assembly to carry out the duties of the State Assembly. And they approved a budget of 1.48 billion in June. And the appropriation life cycle is 1 year. And so the man is implementing that appropriation. You did not go against the appropriation. Of course, you don't even have the legal right to override the appropriation of the National Assembly. You did not attack that one, but you are attacking the government. Where was the money, 350 billion that you collected? And which appropriation they give you that money, 350 billion you collected? You have bought SVU cars. From which appropriation did they buy those cars for you? Why not query or reject the car? Why not reject the 350 billion and that's appropriation? You collected the car, you collected the 350, and you have not done anything with the 350, you are asking for 1 billion. And because you refuse to give you 1 billion, you are asking to put a supplementary budget. It is a prerogative of the governor to say, I will submit a supplementary budget or not. And that depends also on the availability of resources. And having lost 6 months, the governor is trying to cope with the little resources he has. You are not saying, forget those projects. Come and give me 1 billion. That's 32 billion should be given to them. I want Nigerians to judge it. I want the judiciary itself to look at it. I want the electorate to look at it. I want the constituency to look at it. Is it proper? You do not query the car you collected. You do not query the 350 billion you collected. 350 billion times 32. You are now asking for 1 billion times 32. You are not interested in development of the state. They will commission projects. You will not go there to see whether the commissions are projects and commission are okay. You do not carry out oversight functions. You sit down in the house because you feel you have Section 188. Section 188 is not a section for vendetta. It was created for a purpose. And those purposes, same Fubara, we have looked at him, we have studied his character and actions. Does not warrant it. What has he done? You can see a minister of Federal Nigeria driving Rolls Royce more than his income. If you put his income as a governor, his income as a minister together for these 8 years or 12 years, it's not enough to buy a Rolls Royce. And yet a governor, former governor, will be, and the Minister of Health of Nigeria will be driving Rolls Royce.
Do you think it's a call for accountability?
Huh?
Do you think is there need a call for accountability in that?
Because the EFCC is not doing their work, IPC is not doing their work, neither is the police doing their work, or the DSS trying to find out the source. There are security apparatus to check this, but they have the blind eyes on this. How can the federal minister abandon the job and came here to pursue impeachment of a government and going around local government? That is function. They have shut down his secretariat. He's not interested in the job. Let him face Abuja. Rivers people want to be proud that their son is the one in Abuja who is doing a good job. Not a man who comes to witch-hunt Rivers State. He has come to destroy Rivers State. You were a governor for 8 years. You issued several degrees, several executive orders. You caused several problems. You locked up several problems. You sealed up filling stations. You sealed up several buildings. You revoked CFO in your time. And you get away with it. Today, another man is a governor. And you think that governor does not have the power to do those things with it. Not everybody will be able to celebrate. But the federal government agencies that are supposed to check out these things are not doing their job. If the EFCC is doing a job, by now they would have invited assembly members to tell them what they have done with the 350 million. That is not the only money they have collected in this term. They have been collecting money for constituency project. And if the EFCC comes in and asks the governor or the state or the general to give them account, they will know how much they have collected each. And the Rivers people want to see, Nigerians want to see what they have done with this money. Accountability is very important. You cannot hold on a man to be accountable when you're not accountable. You have to remove the place in their eyes before you remove somebody's. So this assembly has a question to answer. They should be answerable to the constituency. They should be answerable to the agencies of government. What they have done with the 350 million. And why are they asking for 1 billion each? Is it part of the law? Which law that says they should be giving 1 billion each? Is it an appropriation law? Which one? Where did they want the governor to get that money for them? When 6 months have been squandered already, and the governor is trying to meet up with development in the state. There is no part of the state that will say they have not seen development. Or from saying. The man came, he wants to start commissioning project and awarding contract, you try to distract him. So the state will not be developed. And you accuse him for not developing the state. Is it fair? It's not fair. Let us be frank to ourselves. He who's going for justice must have equity with clean hand. If your hands are not clean, you cannot ask for equity. The people are not free, they are not clean. You are not clean, you're accusing somebody. I want the assembly to know that they were elected by their constituency. The governor was elected by the entire state. The governor is the symbol of Rivers State. Any insult on the governor is an insult on the state. Any distraction on the governor is a distraction on the state. Let them wait till 207. Let the state determine. But the party, they have moved him from PDP to APC. So it's not in APC. They are also in the APC. They went before him. So what is the problem? And the party says he's the leader of the party. What is the problem? I will advise them to rethink and cooperate with him. They should work with him if they want to succeed.
So, Sam, talking about the peace process since the impeachment has started, PANDEF, which is a peace, towing the path of peace in Rivers State. We had the Assembly members Sean Pandef Peace Committee. What can you tell us about the peace effort?
Well, Pan Niger Delta Forum, Pandef, set up a committee of eminent Nigerians, senior advocates, retired generals, politicians, lawyers. And it was led by Agabi, the former Attorney General of the Federation. Agabi met with WIKE, they discussed. The panel met with WIKE, discussed with him. They flew into Rivers State and also met with the governor of the state. Thereafter, they met with the former PDP Elders Council, who called themselves Rivers State Elder Council, led by my uncle, Chief Ferdinand Namara. They met with them, discussed with them. They also met with the Rivers State Elders Leadership Forum, led by former Governor Rufus George, but presently acting chairman, under the acting chairman, His Excellency Gabriel Toby. And we had meaningful dialogue, discussions. We explained the entire crisis and also make advice on solutions. But the House of Assembly refused to see them. They refused to see them because of their ill intention. If they are sincere, if they have genuine case, they would have been able to explain to the committee, this is the problem. But because they know that their actions are fraudulent, asking the government to give them 1 billion, they cannot tell Agabi panel to say they want 1 billion. Without telling the panel what they have done, the 350 million they've already collected. And the previous constituency project they collected before the crisis. They could not do that, so all they did to do was they avoid it. 2, they are bent. WIKE is hell-bent. He has said it over and over. His intention was not to make peace, but to remove sin. WIKE is one man. How can one man now decide what happened in Rivers State? So these are the problems why they don't want to see the Agabi panel. Well, Agabi panel will submit a report to Pandef, and I think Pandef will take the matter up with the president. And it is the prerogative of the president to decide what he wants to do with it. The party on their own have also went into the matter, and they have given directives, and I think they're discussing with Mr. President. Mr. President was the person who mediated. He knows what they discussed, and he knows how to go about it in the face of this crisis. At least now he will know that the cost of the matter is 1 billion naira they're asking, 1 billion naira each they're asking from the government. And even if they want to ask 1 billion, there is a way you will ask, talk to the governor, and the governor will understand, not by forcing the governor to give them 1 billion. In the moment you use that force, even if the governor is willing to give, he will not give. Because you don't have that right to be demanding 1 billion. How much has he asked as a governor? If you continue to give 1 billion, what will happen? You are querying him. WIKE was dashing billions of naira to different states under your watch. Was there appropriation for those allocations, those donations he was making? Up to Lagos State women who came, 350 million, 280 million he gave to them. Was there appropriation for that? What the government is doing is to make sure development is taken to all the nooks and crannies of the state. And you are castigating them. You want to impeach him. You want to do this. You want to do that. It's not fair. Mr. President, please look into this matter. EFCC should please look into this matter. ICPC should please look into this matter. Code of Conduct Bureau should also look at this matter. Let us know what was their declaration before they became members of the House of Assembly. And let us see what they have done, what they have acquired after being members of the House of Assembly. We need to know this holistically, and actions must be taken in the interest of the country and interest of the state. Rivers State is a sensitive state. It's the headquarters of the South Nigeria. And if it's just the place is not at peace, it means the country is not at peace. So these agencies will now work. We are not invoking them, we are not asking them to apply the law, to wait into this matter and see how they can resolve it. If EFCC is not going into this matter, then we know that EFCC is partial. If EFCC is not investigating this matter, we don't want the situation where the likes of Malami, when they were looting, they talk. After you finish the office, you will now arrest him and put him to jail. Stop the looting now. Stop the looting now. Because it's very clearly, they have come out openly. The man representing the chain local government has come out to say the cost of the matter is the 1 billion in the fiscal kingdom. And why must the governor give the 1 billion? We want to know. So these are the issues I think government should look at and find solution to it in the interest of peace.
So, talking about the issue of finance, they say I've been accused of giving 350 million. Are there any proof of the 350 million, or what was it actually meant for? They could say it's a gift or a personal dash from the government.
The member representing the House, while addressing his people, said 350 million has already been given to them as constituency project. They were supposed to be given 1 billion naira each. And because the governor refused to give them, that is why the impeachment is going on. Amongst other things. Those similar things, I don't know, but like I said, they fear that governor has moved to APC, is the leader of the party, and so what will happen as to regarding their coming back is another issue. So their fate is hanging, but they are free to join in any other party. Nobody asks them to leave PDP to APC. They are in the APC, they can also leave. We understand their leader is trying to make arrangement with SDP. They can go to any other party and contest if they don't want APC. But I want to give a warning. WIKE has caused so much problem in this country. He has destroyed PDP. He has made so many enemies. Very soon, he will face Tinubu. Very soon, Tinubu will see his own color. Because these are people who are not consistent. Here was a man who said APC was cancer and PDP was malaria. How can he leave malaria from cancer? Today is obnobbing with the cancer. He refused to go to the cancer, but he's using the powers of the cancer to cause havoc in the country, not only in my state, in Abuja, everywhere. He's threatening everybody, using military jets, using parliament of the president's instruments to oppress people. Yet, he said that was the counter. He refused them to campaign in the state. He made sure APC did not have candidates at some time. All that he has done to APC is forgotten it. And he think APC will be happy with him. They are all human beings. How many votes did he give to Tinubu? And what was the Tinubu overall vote? How many votes did Rivers State give to Tinubu? Then what of those who gave him the bad vote? How would they behave?
What's your own take on it? Especially when it comes to, because he said it's thank you visit. Will you think it's thank you visit or indirectly campaigning?
What I saw, you have the president and the image of the minister on 12.5 kg bag rice. You are giving rights to people and telling them that they should vote for president, but they should not vote for SIM. What else do you want as campaign? When you can come out and say, vote for Tinubu, don't vote for SIM, that you bring somebody else to become governor. What is that a campaign? INEC should be able to sanction this. I don't know why they are caged. It was televised. You are campaigning. Why are you campaigning? If president wants to go and say thank you, are you the one to come? Would the president send somebody from his office to represent him? But because you have hatred for SIM, he felt he can give 12.5 kg rice across the state and people will be happy. How long would that 12.5 kg rice last them? How long would they use it? And it is finished. By now, nobody has any rice left. Is that what you did? There are no water. No good roads. No hospital. Why not fund the hospital with drugs? As thank you. People need drugs. Why not give them drugs? What he is doing is contrary to the law. And a man thinks it's above the law. And if the judiciary sees somebody like that who does not respect the law as a member of the body of benchers, and bring the judiciary into ridicule, and they still allow him there, then they're on their own. Nigerians are watching. The judiciary itself needs to cleanse themselves. This man has destroyed the image of the judiciary. People no longer believe in the judiciary. And the judiciary is now speaking from two sides of their mouth. Particularly the Supreme Court cannot interpret the law that even a layman will see, a layman will understand, because of one man's influence. He believes he has acquired so much wealth that they can spread. I have never seen any politicians who exhibit affluence, who exhibit the loot in Nigeria, particularly in Rivers State. We have had several governors. Nobody has done that. We saw Mandela, the president, when he left office, we saw where he left. Bill Clinton left American seat of power. We saw where he lives. All of them did not show affluence. We have seen presidents who would quietly live without showing affluence. Then a governor, a former governor, or a minister will be showing affluence without proving the source of income. And ICPC is quiet. EFCC is quiet. And you want to go after Yahoo boys. What is more Yahoo than this? You're going for small money. An hungry boy steal bread. You want to send it to jail. But somebody is stealing billions and you want to share with him and allow him to go free.